To make our white bean dip, we're gonna start with dried white beans. And I wanna talk to you about how do you cook dried beans. What you will do for your dried beans is put them in a pan. I'm gonna add enough water to cover them. And then what you wanna do is you wanna put these on the stove and you wanna bring this to a boil and let it simmer for 3 to 5 minutes. That's all you wanna let this simmer. And then you wanna turn off the heat. So we're gonna put them on the stove. I'm gonna turn it on high till it comes to a boil. And by doing this kind of cooking process, what we're doing is actually helping dissolve some of that uncooked starch that causes the byproduct of beans. So this is a very natural way of helping get rid of that gassiness that some patients can have from their beans. So what we're doing is we simmer this for 3 to 5 minutes, we turn off the heat and just let it set and let it naturally cool. Then you can put the beans into your refrigerator covered with water, and you can leave them in the fridge up to 3 days before you're ready to actually finish cooking them. Okay? So if you think about dried beans, you want a 2-step method. You want to simmer them for 3 to 5 minutes, which is what we're doing right now. Let them cool down in that water, and then cook them a second time. All right, so the beans, they were cooked for 3 to 5 minutes. They were cooled down, and then I finished cooking them off. I refreshed them in water, then brought them back to a boil and simmered them for 30 to 45 minutes until the beans are soft. These beans actually have been cooked like that. They're cooled so I can put them directly into the food processor. Once again, we're doing a vegetable dip, but we're doing it with adding protein by using the beans. And I like white beans because they have such a mild flavor. I'm adding 2 cloves of roasted garlic. I have lemon juice to brighten it up. White pepper. I have some dill. You can use fresh. This is dried. I just didn't have access to any fresh dill. This is fresh parsley. And then I'm using Spiceology's really ranch. It's very, very flavorful. And I think if patients like a ranch dressing typically or a ranch dip, this is a great substitute. You could also flavor this with a lot of different seasonings, but I'm using ranch as an example here. And I think their ranch, along with some additional dill, makes it very, very flavorful. And I have some vinegar. Needs just a little bit of acid. And then I'm gonna thin this out with a plant-based milk. I'm using coconut milk. You could use a nut milk if you like. I like coconut milk because it's such a very mild flavor. And I'm just gonna press this up until, basically mash this up until I have the consistency I like. So if you've ever had hummus, it's going to be kind of the consistency of hummus. I like this consistency. I just think the beans need to be kind of mashed up just a little smoother together. There we go. And you see it's got kind of a nice green spring color to it. And once again, this is a recipe that can be made ahead and put in the fridge. It allows the flavors, the spices and herbs to kind of blend all together. So it's a great thing to make ahead if you can. And what I'm gonna do is just put this into a bowl. It's got that ranch and dill smell to it, so it's got this wonderful, wonderful garden spring flavor to it. And what I'm going to do now is just get some fresh vegetables to use, instead of pita chips or bagel chips, to help lower the carbs, and we're adding more vegetables, we're adding more nutrients. So, and once again, we have to thank Dr. Josie. He was the one that reminded me, you know what, let's use the vegetables in every way possible. So I'll show you here how to plate this up. And there we have it. We have a high fiber, really flavorful ranch and dill bean dip to go with fresh vegetables.